Sora. Hey yo, what is up? What is good? Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here for episode 17 of our great little talk show, our great little podcast we got going on. We are here for episode 17 of the Lightning Round. How you doing, everyone? I am your commentator. Right in here. You can still call me Pudo despite the name change. Of course, the new name, which I of course have to get used to, is Raiden the Phantoms. My name, of course, is Pooh, of course, or in this case, Christopher. Doesn't matter, either or. You can call me either name. Does not matter to me whether it's Raiden, whether it's Pooh, whether it's Chris. Doesn't care to me. Name's a name. But how are you guys doing today? I'm your lovely commentator. For anyone that don't know the kind of content, the kind of games I play. Of course, I play games that go from the following: racing games, sports games, action games, JRPG games, fighting games, particularly fighting games, such as Smash Bros., the game we played yesterday. Um, Really any of the like, that comes to our mind. Those are the kind of games that I play and I enjoy with my community, of course. In my community, we love to call ourselves the Phantoms. That's our community name. That's what we decide to rock with and run with. So today, we're not doing any gaming today. Today we are doing a little repriever from gaming, and we're gonna talk about some stuff, right? So today we're gonna talk about what's been going on in our daily lives throughout the world, right now with Lightning Round. This is our little talk show where we talk about anything that's on our mind, whether it ranges from sports, whether it ranges from streaming, whether it ranges to mental health, whether it ranges to really, yeah, almost anything that comes to our mind that, we talk about and we get it all out. So today's topics is of the following. We are going to go ahead and recap everything that happened in Week 6 of the National Football League. We're going to recap that. Also, we're going to talk about some things that are, of course, streamer related. We're going to talk about branding as a streamer. How important, how serious it is to really brand as a streamer. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about protecting, your streams. In the case of, for me, I guess I'll have to say the last few weeks or so, the last couple of days or so, some people actually came to me with a specific issue that I decided to bring to light and talk about. And of course, we're going to talk about a streaming workload. So really, it's mostly going to be about streaming today, but we are going to recap a little bit about what happened with the National Football League. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about what's on there. Well, let's go and get started and talk about the NFL, shall we? So let me go ahead and put this up here real quick. How are you guys doing, by the way? I hope everyone has been fine, has been doing good. So as I go ahead and put this up. Wait. Before we actually do talk about NFL Week 6, this is a little bit off the topic. These are gonna be a small extension from yesterday, from what we talked about. So let me go ahead and see if I can port that over to here. It doesn't seem like I can. Oh well. Okay, well, this is what I want to go ahead and show you guys. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious about the patch notes for Smash Brothers. So and how exactly are they gonna work? How exactly what's new to Sora coming? About the nerfs and the really not really much nerfs, but really many buffs that happen with Smash Ultimate with Sora's arrival. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys this video. I always love this guy for videos. Beefy Smash Dudes always gives you the nice side-by-side comparisons of what buff or what nerf took place in the game that you don't see, at least not as much as these guys can see. So let's get right to it. Let me actually go ahead and put this to game mode. There you go. And I'm gonna actually minimize that. So then that way Sheep Chat, while I love Sheep Chat, kind of gives me a little bit of an issue. Alright, now let's go ahead and watch this, shall we?
Sora is in Smash. At last, 6 years after Nintendo made the famous Smash Bros. Fighter Ballad, the apparently fan favorite, Sora from Kingdom Hearts, made it into Smash Ultimate as the final DLC character. I'm C5 from the Beefy Smash Dudes, and as always, with a new character comes also a new patch, bringing changes to existing characters to make the game more balanced. So here are all the important changes of version 13.0.0.
I'm also gonna put
As
this
with
on the
previous
guild
patches,
as well.
this one
So
also
people that are not
focuses
in the
mainly
Guilded,
on buffing a few weak characters.
best
Starting
be
out,
you
we
there
have a
while
nerf
you
to the
while you
previous
are- while you-
DLC, Kazuya. You
Murasa
can
was
now
good.
not footstool opponents that were stunned by his side special, meaning that Kazuya can't perform his infinite anymore. Jigglypuff's second jab now has less end lag, potentially allowing for follow-ups at higher percent. Her back air has less end lag and less landing lag, and her down throw also has less end lag and less knockback, giving it more combo potential. Dr. Mario's neutral air sweet spot, which is at the end of the move, now has more knockback. His up air deals more damage, down air comes out faster, side special stays active longer, and the super armor on down special activates faster. Zelda's jab 1 now has less end lag. Her rapid jab deals more damage, up smash and down smash both have more knockback now, and the sweet spot of down air now has a bigger hitbox. The sweet spot of Lucario's dash attack stays active longer and has a bigger hitbox. His forward tilt has more knockback, and down tilt comes out faster. Luma will now follow Rosalina better when she uses side special or down smash, and Luma's down smash also has more knockback. Little Mac's up tilt now applies a bit more hit stun to opponents, allowing for easier follow-ups. The downwards version of forward smash now deals even more shield damage. Neutral special has more knockback, less end lag when used on the ground, and activates faster. Up special is supposed to have more knockback, but to us it still looks the same. And his counter, down special, deals more damage. The animation of Ridley grabbing someone with side special is a bit faster now, and you can cancel the move a bit sooner with jump. King K. Rool's up tilt deals more damage and has more knockback. His forward smash has more range now and stays active longer. Forward air has less end lag, and up throw has more knockback. Isabelle's down tilt now has less end lag. The sweet spot of her forward smash stays active longer, down smash has more range and more knockback, and forward throw also has more knockback. Incineroar's down smash deals more damage and has more knockback.
1% damage, that's not
that. His up air deals more damage, and his up special deals more damage when descending and when exploding on the ground.
2%
And lastly, Joker's and Hero's final smashes now have less end lag. To celebrate all characters in Ultimate, we present to you the completed version of our projectile barrage design. Yes, our merge is back
that is
with a
actually pretty
completely
damn
new
cool.
arrangement. One projectile for every character in the game that has one.
How much this
including
cost?
all DLCs, even Sora. Can you find them all? We also have hoodies, phone cases, and even mouse pads. The link is in the description. With Sora,
I need to check that. How much does that cost? That actually do looks cool as hell. Okay, so this is actually 20. Well, hello to you, Malfitsune. Scared the living hell out of me. How much? So I see how much this costs. This costs $25. This is actually not bad. So, if you're a Smash fan, you guys might want to check that out. You got all the projectiles that are used from the game. That's actually pretty damn crazy. So yeah, not bad, not bad. Nothing from the back, I guess. Let me see here. Yeah, there's nothing showcasing the back, but yeah, for $25, yeah, I'd easily take that. But yeah, there you go. For anyone that's been curious about seeing the Smash patches and see what if there's any differences, I always go to this dude. That's why he got the subscribers that he has, because he does a very good job of giving you a good visual aid of what these patches do. Now, I had no problem reading the patches off, but thankfully, you got somebody like this dude around that constantly sits up there and he just puts in so much fucking work and having to show you that, you know, this is what the buffs have done, you know, this is what they do, if there's any noticeable difference, if there is any noticeable difference. So, good job for him. Thank you very much. So, on that note, as I said before, let's go ahead and talk about the National Football League Week 6. I'm happy at the very least I had to sit up there and do that. I was getting onion soup, hence my delay of a green word. That's fine. That's fine. Skills. That roar still scares the hell out of me. But I was also gonna convert another level for you. What you mean? What you mean convert another level? Yeah, but music isn't scary. No, it's just that the roar surprised the hell out of me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk about what's been going on around the NFL this time of Week 6. Of course, we gotta talk about the hell. Oh yeah, right, because it doesn't register the new name yet. Yeah, Nightbot is slightly broke, but it is what it is. Looks like I'm gonna have to disable that. In fact, I'm gonna do that while we go ahead and talk about this. So let's talk about this. The Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles real quick. Let's take a look at the stats here for the Buccaneers and Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not surprised. Tom Brady going to be Tom Brady. He sat up there and just does what he does best. Tom Brady going 34 of 42, 297 yards, 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. I am not surprised because, you know, he usually does this. So, actually, no, I can fix that. I can fix that. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Yeah, I can fix that. And I'm gonna submit that. Leonard Fournette pretty much had a ball game against us. He had 22 carries, 81 yards, 3.7 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown went off on his 9 receptions, 93 yards and a touchdown. O.J. Howard, 6 catches, 49 yards and a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, I did say he went off. He was pretty much, he had his name called throughout most of the game. 6 receptions, 46 yards. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. 6 receptions, 46 yards, and 7.7 yards per carry. I was going to try to beat World 2 today ahead of you playing Zla tomorrow. Okay, look, that's fine by me. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Mike Evans has pretty much not done anything, which is crazy. He hasn't done anything the past couple of games. It's kind of worrying the hell out of me. But let's look at the Eagles, shall we? Jalen Hurts, 12 of 26, 115 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The crazy thing is, though, completion percentage-wise, and hell, no, fuck it. All the way around, he did not do well. It's crazy how... Hello there to you, Bow. It's crazy how, for me, that this is really not a good stat line. If you go 12 of 26, 115 yards and a touchdown, something is really wrong. So, I think for the Eagles, I don't know what the fuck they have to do, but this is what I can tell you with all of this. Nick Sirianni, the head coach for the Eagles, he might be a one and done. I'm calling it now. I have a feeling that he's going to be a one and done project of a coach. I know it's crazy to say for a coach that just got here, a head coach that just got here, but there's no way you look at the Eagles the way that I've been looking at the Eagles, the way that, you know, people have been with me. If you notice with me, we have been looking at the Eagles for 5-6 weeks now. And to see them perform the way that they have performed, I'm just checking stuff here, don't mind me. It's grounds to be fired. Like, come on. Like, I have never seen the amount of incompetence when it goes to a offensive coordinator and a head coach, to whereas they don't run the ball. You can see it from here. Now, the only person this is probably the most that they've ran the ball, and even then, y'all want to know the crazy part about it is for me? The crazy part about it is that I feel like that it still wasn't enough. Because it's like the first 5 weeks of the season, y'all just blatantly choose to not run the ball, especially when it matters most. So it's wild to me that now all of a sudden you pick this game, and I had a feeling this was going to happen. They go through the first 5 weeks not running the ball, but week 6 against a team that loves to stop the run, they all of a sudden decided to be like, okay, let's go ahead and run the ball. That's a big problem with me. So the Eagles, I don't know. I mean, like, y'all gotta get y'all shit together. That's the only thing I can really say for that. Choco said, let me see what y'all said here before we get to the next game. You said I had 2 levels left. I got my golden horseshoe back from my forced death. Nice. You're also gonna try to record a video showing off what that hourglass is. Hey, feel free, because I'm curious to see what that's all about. Bao, how's your day been? I hope everything's been well with you. My man Marasa, same thing with you. I hope everything has been great, has been well with you. Thank you all for having to come by and chill out with me. Let me see here. Let me see what else has been going on here. All sports are rigged behind the scenes by people paying other people off. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Bao, you're not wrong, because that's factually proven. That is literally factually proven. There's a little it does not surprise me. It's factually proven. Dolphins Jaguars. This was a very, 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 very good game. This was low key a good game. Now, I'm gonna say this. Jaguars. Y'all know I've been talking a lot of shit when it goes to, well, not a whole lot of shit, but I've been pretty much keeping quiet, but had a feeling like Trevor Lawrence, he's not doing anything. He's really not looking like a good quarterback right now. But I have to give credit where it's due, especially for this game, because for people that are unaware, let me go back and show you guys why this Miami Dolphins and Jacksonville Jaguars game means so much. Here we go. Let's go to the amazing Tankathon. So again, y'all, that loss to Jacksonville, the Eagles are now up at number 2 in the draft rankings, which is very, very good, because we hold their first round pick. So for for us, the Eagles, we want them to lose as much as they possibly can. So thank you so much for that. You see here, Philadelphia's number 8. This is their own pick, and of course they're number 9 because Indianapolis won today. I will get to them in a bit. But yeah, as you guys can see, the Eagles right now, they're looking pretty damn good thanks to the Miami Dolphins when it goes to draft position, so they don't have to worry about that too much. Tua Tagovailoa went 33 of 47, 329 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Stat-wise, he doesn't seem all that bad, but hey, I mean, sorry, my man, you didn't do good enough to help get that win. Now both the Jags and Dolphins are tied at 1-5, and then we can't wait to take a look at the standings for really the Dolphins. That's the team I'm gonna be keeping up with. The Dolphins receivers, Mike Gesicki did very well. 8 receptions, 115 yards. Jalen Waddle, 10 receptions, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. Not bad for Jalen Waddle, who really needed it because he was pretty much a ghost throughout most of the season so far. So he really did needed that. Mac Hollins, 4 receptions, 61 yards. Durham Smythe, 5 receptions, 59 yards. The rest is whatever. Let's take a look at the Jaguar stats. Trevor Lawrence, 25 of 41, 319 yards and a touchdown. James Robinson, 17 carries, 73 yards and a touchdown. Marvin Jones, 7 receptions, 100 yards. Hey, just barely broke it. 100 yards and a touchdown. The amazing Marvin Jones. Jamal Agnew, that's the running back. He had 5 receptions for 78 yards. Laviska Shenault, 6 receptions, 56 yards. James Robinson, 3 receptions, 28 yards. Okay. So that's all that there is to see here. If you guys want to see if there's any sacks, no sacks from either team. We do see a lot of tackles. Of course, that's pretty much common. You're going to see a lot of tackles. We do see a couple sacks here. We see 2 sacks from the Dolphins, Emmanuel Ogbah and Christian Wilkins. So, Wilkins. I'm sorry, I said Wilson. Wilkins. Oops, my bad. Let's not a bad game to start off the day from that, because that came on around, I think, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. because they was back in London. Yeah, they was up there in London. So, nice job, Jaguars. Thank you for getting the W. Vikings versus Panthers. This came down to this was at the edge. This was basically came down to overtime. You could tell from here. Kirk Cousins went 33 of 48, 373 yards and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook 29 carries, a $140, 1 touchdown. Adam Thielen, I should have started him in fantasy because I would have won my fantasy game. 11 receptions, 126 yards and a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, I gotta tell you, people, while Justin Jefferson had 8 receptions and 80 yards, I have not heard much from him. Seems like the rookie of the year is getting figured out real quick. KJ Osborne, 6 receptions, 78 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Conklin, 3 receptions, 71 yards. D.D. Westbrook did not do anything. Neither did anyone else, really. Any sacks here? Yes, we do see some sacks from the defense. Eric Kendricks got a sack. Amon Watts got a sack. James Dunn's got a sack. Dalvin Tomlinson got a sack. Okay. Now on for the Panthers. The Panthers have been struggling ever since Christian McCaffrey got hurt, and it's evident with what Sam Darnold's stats line is looking like. So Sam Darnold only completed 17 passes. He didn't even get to 20. He completed 17 passes out of 41 attempts, and somehow this motherfucker got to 207 yards and a touchdown. I don't know how the hell you do that. I can't even do that when I play Madden, for fuck's sakes. Chuba Hubbard. That's his name. 16 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Sam Darnold did some rushing. DJ Moore had 5 receptions, 73 yards. What won't show here in the stat is that he coughed up the ball. Other than that, the receiving core for the Panthers did not do all that well. They didn't even get Terrence Marshall Jr. involved, so that's pretty damn crazy. Keith Taylor, 10 tackles. Not bad. No sacks on the Panthers' end. And, of course, what it came down to, for anyone that did not see the game, it came down to an overtime touchdown from the Vikings that pretty much sealed them the victory. I believe it was KJ Osborne that got the touchdown. Adam Thielen scored, I believe, in the fourth or third quarter. But yeah, that was also another entertaining game. As of late, I gotta tell you, some of these football games that's been shown here with the NFL as of late, it's been pretty damn entertaining. Some of them, not all of them. Let's see, what else? Rams, Giants, we're not even going to go there. I'm going to be honest with you, we're going to skip that because we knew the Rams was going to win. Chiefs, Washington, I knew the Chiefs was going to win, but here's the deal. The Chiefs is actually looking rather exposed here because this is what I don't understand. The stats for this is plain as day. Stats do not tell the whole story. The Chiefs are not the same team that they once were a year or two ago. They really are not. If Washington was any better of a football team, if they were like a good AFC team, like the Ravens or some shit like that, they would have lost. Because Patrick Mahomes threw 2 interceptions. They won the turnover battle, talking about Washington, because I believe the Chiefs, they may have fumbled the ball too. So I think they turned the ball over 3 to 4 times. It's amazing to me that they even won the game. But Patrick Mahomes, let's go on ahead, 32 of 47, 397 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Darrell Williams scored 2 of the touchdowns rushing. Tyreek Hill scored a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson scored a touchdown. Travis Kelce's doing 8 receptions for 99 yards. And, of course, do we see anything here? Okay, we do see interception here to Tarshawn Wharton. What the fuck? That's your name? Yeah, he's the guy that picked off Taylor Heineke. He went 24 of 39, 182 yards and a touchdown. And, of course, we just talked about the interception. Ricky Seals-Jones, he pretty much had a touchdown. I think he had one of the only few touchdowns in the game. Like I said, if this was a different team, it'd be an entirely different story here. That's what's so crazy to me with all of this is the fact that the score and the stats really do not tell the whole story. Like, you have to really look at this and see, like, yo, this is not a Chiefs team. They're just not the same team. They're really not. So we'll see what's gonna happen with them later on. But yeah, Chiefs they're not it. Cardinals versus Browns. We're gonna talk about that. Cardinals versus Browns. I gotta tell you, people. I said this last week. I'll say it again. Kyler Murray, man. That man is staking his case to be the NFL MVP, or better yet, the Offensive Player of the Year. And he's doing such a damn good job of it. He really is. To see that the Cardinals are 6-0. 6-0 on the year. I don't think anybody thought the Cardinals was going to be 6-0 in the year. We knew they were going to be good, but not this fucking good. But I will say this. I cannot wait to see what's next for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm rooting for them. I want to see them win a title. I'm dead serious. I'm not a fan of them, but to see a team like that go through the amount of heartbreak that they've went through, especially with one particular player, Larry Fitzgerald, who has retired, I believe. I want to see him win a title by any means necessary, even if it's not in the sport that he is in. Like, the Phoenix Suns were in the Phoenix Suns were in the NBA Finals this year. He's part owner of the Phoenix Suns. I wanted them to win that because of him. Because of him being there. That shows you the amount of respect that a lot of people really have for Larry Fitzgerald. To the point where, like, yo, we want to see you win a fucking ring by any means necessary. Even the Arizona Diamondbacks, anything that's even associated with Arizona, I want Larry Fitzgerald to at least be a part of as a staff member or as a player. Because I knew exactly how it felt for me, or in this case for Brian Dawkins when he was here on the Eagles as a staff member in 2016 or 15. I believe it was 16. And then we went on and we won the Super Bowl in 2017. I felt very happy for Brian Dawkins because even though he could never do it as a player, I'm happy that he was able to do it, happy to still get one because he was a part of the team. So there's that. That's how I feel. James Conner, he went 16 of 71, 4.4 yards per carry. Chase Edmonds, he's doing pretty damn good this season. 4 carries, 46 yards, 11.5. Let's take a look at the receiving though. AJ Green looked like he about to have a resurgence coming off of being with the Bengals for so long. 5 receptions, 79 yards and a touchdown. Christian Kirk, 5 receptions, 75 yards and a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins is a fucking nut. 3 receptions, 55 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I'm going to tell y'all this. This is going to be my game of the year, right, for the NFL. I'm going to be honest with you. Some people don't want to hear this, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be one of these 3 teams when they face each other. If the record continues, it will be either the Cardinals versus the Packers or the Cardinals versus the Cowboys. Gotta be honest. I hate Dallas to death, but I have to keep it 100 with y'all. They are good, and I'm gonna explain why when we get to them. Isaiah Simmons, 5 tackles. Jalen Thompson, 5 tackles. There's 2 sacks here by Marcus Golden. Not bad. J.J. Watt. I know a Houston native in here that knows about J.J. Watt. He finally gets a sack as a Cardinal. So not only did he cause a sack, he also caused a fumble. So good on J.J. Watt. We're going to get to the Browns, though, in a bit because of that sack. So Budda Baker got a tackle. He didn't do anything. Robert Alford got a tackle. He did get an interception as well. I'm saying, Choco, you know who J.J. Watt is. So I'm sure you were happy for him when you find out that he got his first sack as a Cardinal against the Browns. Baker Mayfield, who I'm about to get to. Yes, he fumbled, but I'm going to get to it as to why he fumbled. So let's talk about the Browns, shall we? Baker Mayfield, 19 of 28, 234 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. What won't show up on the stat line is the fact that he fumbled when J.J. Watt sacked him. But not only did he fumble, he sadly got hurt as he fumbled. So he got sacked, he lost the ball, and he got hurt. That sucks to have those 3 L's. But that's what happened to Baker. So, hopefully he's okay. I think for him it may have been a shoulder injury, but I hope for him that he's okay. But he did fumble and he got strip sacked. Of course, that's what caused Case Keenum to come in. I think he came back into the game. I'm not sure. Yeah. I think he came back into the game because Case Keenum, as you see here, he only threw the ball 3 times. He had 1 completion out of 3 attempts. That's 3 passes. So he did come back into the game. Good for him. Kareem Hunt, though, he's a bigger story. Kareem Hunt, while he had 14 carries for 66 yards, he also got hurt, and he hurt his calf leg. I don't think he's going to be able to play. Another running back that will not be able to play this upcoming week, it is Nick Chubb, which is not good for the Browns running game. So they lose Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I don't know who the fuck they're going to rely on rushing, but yeah, well, whoever it is next man up for them. They lost 2 of their star guys at running back. Donovan Peoples-Jones had a career game against the Cardinals. 4 receptions, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nice for him. Odell Beckham Jr. had a slight resurgence, 5 receptions, 79 yards. And that's relatively it because nobody else really did all that much besides Demetri and Felton, Kareem Hunt. That's all there is to it. Let's take a look at defense, shall we? So for defense, Kyler Murray was getting hit up, though, a little bit. Myles Garrett might make his case for Defensive Player of the Year. He had two tackles when assisted, but he did have another sack. Just Jadeveon Clowney. I know who Jadeveon Clowney is. He also had a sack. They had 2 sacks on the day, which is not bad against a Cardinals team that has been pretty much red hot. So they lost the game, but hey, look, you're able to hit them up a little. Oh, I forgot. This shows you here how many first down plays, punts, sacks allowed. Yeah, they allowed 5 sacks. Not good for the Browns. They allowed 5 sacks. Cardinals got 5 sacks. I didn't even read that part off. So let's see what the last game we're gonna focus on here before we get on to our next topic, which is exactly what I'm about to do. Let's talk about the Let's talk about. Ooh, way too far back. Come on. There you go. Let's talk about the Cowboys and the Patriots. This game was actually quite entertaining. This is why I said that this might come down to these few teams. Dak Prescott went 36 of 51. God damn, he passed the ball 50 times. 445 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. People, let's pretty much just give it a lock. Dak Prescott is going to win the Comeback Player of the Year off of him coming off a serious injury. And he's looking damn good 6 weeks in. Zeke Elliott, 17 carries, 69 yards. Nice. Out of 4.1 yards per carry. Tony Pollard, 10 carries, 41 yards, 4.1 yards per carry. CeeDee Lamb had a carry. CeeDee Lamb, speaking of which, he pretty much balled the fuck out against the Patriots. 9 receptions, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Dalton Schultz had 5 receptions, 79 yards. Amari Cooper had 5 catches, 55 yards. Zeke Elliott has 7 catches for 50 yards. Whew, Dallas Cowboys, man. How the fuck do you stop this team on offense? I gotta be honest with you. Like, Jesus Christ. Trayvon Diggs, I gotta get to him. But let's talk about the Patriots. Okay, Mac Jones went 15 of 21, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Now, that interception, we gotta talk about this. So, how the fuck does this happen, right? Explain this to me, people. Trayvon Diggs, who I just talked about, he had an interception for the Cowboys. He had an interception. He takes it all the way back for a touchdown. And then the following play, the Patriots get the ball, and they're like, all right, we got a response for that. And they just straight up just threw that shit. Just threw that shit right to Kendrick Bourne, who you see here on the stat line. Kendrick Bourne had 1 catch for 75 yards and 1 touchdown. And that 1 touchdown came against Trayvon Diggs. You cannot make this shit up with the NFL, bro. I can't. Jacoby Myers had 5 receptions, 44 yards. Ramondre Stevenson, how the fuck am I able to pronounce these names? 5 receptions, 39 yards. Hunter Henry had 2 receptions, 25 yards, but he also had a touchdown. Nelson Agholor didn't do shit. He had 1 catch for 27 yards. Oh, speaking of this, let me go ahead and talk about this now. So former Eagles decide to basically show us as to why I was happy that we let them go. Let's talk about Jalen Mills. You guys see the stat line for how CeeDee Lamb got 9 receptions, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns? Well, CeeDee Lamb also took his second touchdown to the house in overtime, and that pretty much got the Cowboys to 5-1 in the season. And who did he do that against? He did that against Jalen Mills, the former Eagle. Why am I not surprised? I'm not surprised. In the slightest. Now, why am I not surprised is because Jalen Mills is practically known for this. Jalen Mills is practically known, per se, for his instincts, if that makes any sense, as a cornerback. Like, he has good instincts for a cornerback. But the problem, the massive, massive problem that pretty much got CeeDee Lamb his second touchdown is the fact that he cannot, for the life of himself, keep up with any wide receiver on the field. Damn near any running back on the field. He cannot keep up with them, no matter how hard he tries. He is too slow for the position. That's why he was told to go back and play safety, and the sad part is he couldn't hack it at safety, and we obviously let him go. Now, Patriots fans are seeing exactly why we let go of Jalen Mills. That touchdown he gave up to CeeDee Lamb was way too easy. Way too easy. And if I'm Patriots fans, you best pray that Bill Belichick cut his losses real fucking quick. Otherwise, you're going to be experiencing the same pain that we felt when we had him on the team. Good luck to you, New England. Oh, and speaking of that, how about Nelson Agholor, who did absolutely nothing? What surprises me is the fact that Nelson Agholor didn't stay for the Raiders, or the Raiders didn't offer him a contract. Either way, his best year was arguably with the Raiders. So it's crazy to me that he decided to go to the Patriots and, now see what happens when you go over to the team that you decided to be like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and let's try and, get the bag and continue to perform well. Well, in some cases, you can still get a good bit of money, just, stay with the same team. I don't know, man. Sometimes just getting the bag, but hey, look, getting the bag might cost you. Other than that, that's all I can really think of when it goes to this game. That's all I can think of when it goes to NFL Week 6. My picks for NFL Week 7 is going to be real quick and real simple. The Broncos, I can actually see potentially winning this game because of the fact that the Browns are going to be passing all day long. They don't have any running backs. Chiefs, Titans, I would want to talk about the Titans, but here's the deal. This might actually be a good game because both teams, we don't know what they're going to do. I believe personally both these teams are very inconsistent. But if I had to pick one that's going to be the most inconsistent out of the other, it might be the Chiefs. It might be the Chiefs. So, in this case, I'm going to say the Titans are going to win against the Chiefs. Washington versus Green Bay. Packers are going to win. Let's not go there. Packers are going to be looking at, I think they're 5-1 as well. They're going to be looking at 6-1. Bengals versus the Ravens. This is not going to be too easy for Joe Burrow. This is actually looking like a pretty damn good game. 4-2 Bengals versus the 5-1 Ravens. This one's actually hard to call. This one's actually hard to call. Very, very hard to call. So, by the way, before I go on ahead, let's talk about. Let me go ahead and give this to the Chargers. Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! I didn't forget about the Chargers because the fact that that was one of the games that I sat up there and I wanted to watch with everybody, and to see the Chargers get absolutely smacked around by the Ravens, yeah, no, that was not fun. That was not fun to watch. So this is exactly what you're gonna get. They got their cheeks clapped. Sorry, Chargers. But to continue on with what I was saying, yeah, I see the Titans winning. I see the Packers winning. I see this is a hard to call game, but I'm gonna say the Bengals is probably gonna take this game. Panthers, Giants. I have to go with the Panthers here. The Giants are not good at all. Period. I know people would be like, well, why didn't you give clap cheeks to the Giants? At least the Giants scored a fucking touchdown. Jesus Christ. And they scored double. At least they're in double digits. The Chargers ain't get shit. Falcons, Dolphins, that may actually be a little bit more interesting. But I got to cheer for the Falcons. So go Falcons. I need them having a win. The Falcons are going to beat the Dolphins. Obviously, like I said, for draft pick reasons, I need every team to beat the Dolphins as much as you fucking can. Jets and Patriots. Patriots are going to win. Eagles, Raiders. Eagles are likely going to lose. I'm going to be honest with you because y'all already know how I feel about the Eagles play calling and the Eagles as of late. I can see the Raiders beating the Eagles. Lions, Rams, come on. Let's not go there. The Rams are going to win this. Let's not go there. The Rams as of late been beating up on a couple of small-time teams, and let's be honest, they ought to be. Bears and Buccaneers, that was going to go to Tom Brady. So, yeah. The reason why I say this is because the head coach for the Bears has absolutely no idea how to use his players. On top of that, they lost to Aaron Rodgers. So, if you lose Aaron Rodgers like that on the score of 24-14, Tom Brady's going to pick you apart. Texans versus Cardinals. Man, I really wish it was Cardinals versus Texans because then you have J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins going back home. Could you imagine, right? J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins going back home in Houston. I don't know if they would cheer for them or if they would boo them. I think they will more so cheer for them and boo the living hell out of the GM or owner. But that would be some fucking homecoming now, wouldn't it? Alright, so we see Cardinals taking that game. Let's not go there. Choco, Texas is taking on the Cardinals. Texas is taking on J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins this week. What I said was, imagine if it was flipped around and you had the Cardinals going to the Texans, going to Houston. Could you imagine that homecoming? No, the Texans will lose because, Choco, take a look at this. The Texans are 1-5. The Cardinals are 6-0. They're not losing to the Texans. I can tell you that right now. They are not losing to the Texans. It's not happening. But yeah, Texans versus Cardinals. Yeah, Cardinals is taking that with ease. Colts versus 49ers. Nah, I'll be honest with you. I think I see. Let me look at this. I see the Colts winning this. I know. I'll tell you, but I don't see Colts winning. I'm sorry. Why the fuck did I say that? I see the Colts losing this game. They're going to lose this game against the 49ers, at least the way I see it. Now, I will say this. Carson Wentz, former Eagles QB, been doing damn solid work. But it will not be enough to stop the 49ers. Saints versus Seahawks, that's likely going to go to the Saints, as far as I'm concerned. It depends on Jameis Winston, but I can see it going to the Saints. So, that's it. That's my picks for Week 7. We are done here. So I know you guys have been wanting for me to get finished talking about this is bright as hell. Give me a dark page, please. Thank you. So I know you guys been waiting for me to finish up talking about football. Now we're finally finished talking about it. We're gonna move on to our next little topic here, and we're gonna talk about branding, right? Branding as a stream. Branding, with your streams. You want to do branding. You want to branch out, be yourself, so to speak. Show more of yourself, so to speak. So I will say this, people. If you're looking to take streaming just a little bit more serious than usual, doing stuff like branding can definitely help you make your mark on the world of live streaming. Now, there has been people that have chosen not to do what I'm doing, which is absolutely fine because they feel like they have their own way of trying to get their community, their own way of getting specific stuff. And they feel like, I don't need that kind of stuff. And, that's definitely great because that shows a sign of confidence. But should you want to have stuff like this, should you want to have the stuff that I'm having here or the setups, any stuff like this you would like to have, you would want to have branding in mind. So, I looked at a YouTube video the other day. Now, one that I did send on the Guilded server that I don't mind having to send elsewhere. Whereas, what are ways for you to really make yourself known with Twitch when it goes to branding? Step one of that tip that they said was, well, you need to come up with a very catchy name, very easy name that everyone can get a hold of. By the way, let me go ahead and turn the light on. Let me go ahead and turn the light on real quick because it's starting to get dark out. So basically, you need to come up with a name that you think people can be like, "Oh, this is a unique, cool as fuck name." It's nothing like no generic shit, nothing like no, crazy generic shit that anyone could come up with. Nothing too corny, nothing too crazy. It's something that's really, really like truly a part of you, how you feel with it. So for me, it's like this. I had the name Spectacular Pooh for going on 10 years, I think. Around 10, maybe 11 years. Maybe, yeah, I know it's this much. It's been a long time since I've had this name. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, Marasa. Yeah, nothing too generic, nothing too much that's on the level of an Xbox 360, PlayStation, whatever the fuck kind of name that is. Nah, that's not only is that too generic, here's the thing, that's also too long of a fucking name. Now, I'm told that the name I got, at least at the time, it was pretty long, which is true. Spectacular Pooh is pretty long. What made it longer was the fact that I put some numbers into it to extend that process. So I was thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe it's time to change. You know what I mean? Maybe it's time to really sit back and be like, alright, let's start to take branding seriously again. Let's start to see if there's something that I can do that can not only relate to me, to what I want to do with my content and with my stuff. See if I can not only relate it to that, but make it more recognizable. And for me, that's when I started racking my brain around, and that's when I'm like, okay, let me actually, talk with you guys, the fandoms, and talk with some other outside sources as well, and be like, alright, let me see what they have in store. Let me go ahead and ask them, okay, what names do y'all think you may have in mind for me? And that was when I came to the realization, like, you know what? Let me have something that doesn't change up entirely with who I am, or what my branding is all about. So that was when I started to look at my character, look at what I had, and it's like, you know what? I'm not necessarily a part of the Sonic fandom anymore, correct? I'm a part of my own thing. So that was when I looked at it as that. I'm like, okay, instead of looking at it through the species point of view, be like, okay, my character is this. Now he has to stay as this. When I'm like, no, he doesn't have to stay as that. So that was when I looked at my character again. I'm like, alright, let me take this logo that I have on him and turn that into a thing. So then basically that would tell me I can sit up there and commission any artist I want, as long, with any species, by the way, with any particular species that I want him to have, want him to be, as long as he has that logo on him, as long as he has that branding on him, that tells you, yeah, that's all me. Either they have that logo on them, or in the case of Kalita, she has, this character, she has that particular shirt on him, or she has that particular line of brand on him. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to eventually come up with a good logo for Kalita. I just don't know what yet. But, hell, I might even use the fire as a form of a reference, but add a little something else to it. But you guys get my point. So, basically, I decided to be like, okay, let me take a little something like that and turn it into a thing. What I think is important at first is really figuring out what you want to use first as a brand. Now, you don't have to come up with a logo, right? You can start with some simple shit and have it go along your way. You could just you could take one of the Streamlabs overlays. You could take those and take the panels and take stuff like that and put them on there. And you could say, oh, okay, I'm going to use this for the time being until I'm able to get my feet wet. That would be great. That'd be fine. Hell, even I do that sometimes because there's still some stuff that I'm not done yet with branding. Like, I still use specific panels that is not of the panels that I bought from months ago. Why? Because right now I'm trying to get branding done one by one. Now, if you're truly serious about it, in all honesty, you may have to spend some money to do this. Which, if you can find the right price, this is why we're on Fiverr. If you can find the right price, you can get what you truly want. You can truly get what you're looking for. So you see right here, I'm seeing prices like this for $25 to make an animated Twitch BRB starting soon, ending soon. Oh, you got this here for $25, so somebody's gonna make a Stinger transition for you. Oh, you got this here for $20, where somebody's gonna make a BRB animation. That kind of stuff. That is where I would say, really, you should start at first. In fact, I would say stay there at that spot. Because I really feel like if you spend this kind of money on this stuff and you're really trying to make it serious, this stuff is not bad to have around. Like, let me show y'all real quick with one of them. These are not bad for like $20 or $25, because it's going to cost you a bit of money, but it doesn't have to be a serious expensive amount. So branding like that for you could come as this. To start out on, get the stuff from Streamlabs, get some free stuff, and rock with that till you get familiar with it. When you really want to sit up there and start to, spend money and, really, really start to take it serious, then you look at some stuff like that. So when people start asking me, okay, where did you get your branding from? Where did you get this from? Where did you get that from? I have no problem having to direct you guys to these people because they do a very good job and they don't rip you off. Right now, I already have an order in place. And I can't wait for that order to be done so I can show y'all essentially what I'm talking about. But, yeah. Branding can come a long way, basically. It can come a long way for you being taken serious in the streaming world. Because it's like, look, if you're not going to have anything up on the screen when you're streaming, you better have a damn good personality with commentary and with just, you know, really having a good vibe. Because nowadays, when it goes to no matter what streaming platform it is, whether it's Twitch, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Trovo, what's going to be important is if you want to really build your community, if you really want to make streaming into a thing for yourself, you may have to resort to this. So, just a key selling point there. Another thing is, which I still think is actually become a part of branding in of itself, y'all can stop me with this if this isn't the case, VTubing. Because I've been seeing a lot of VTubers in the past month or two. It is really starting to scale and scale and scale. And I can see why. Let's put it like this. We do have streamers that don't want to show their face at all, and that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely valid. Even if they have a webcam, that's still absolutely valid. But in a form of a VTuber, you can essentially have some fun, furry shit, fun, crazy shit up there. People are likely gonna enjoy it and hang around with you likely due to that. And you don't even show your face and you're still having a good time gaming. Now, I believe Malfasune told me about the levels of VTubing you may have to go, such as specific programs or some shit like that. Now, I don't know if they're going to be far better off for a lot of people, but what I do know is that is, in a way, another option for you with branding. If you don't want to have to show your face, VTubing can definitely be a thing. So, that's practically 2 or 3 ways. It's a lot more expensive to commission avatars. How much exactly? Do you have an idea? Now, by the way, guys, if you feel like there's some things I'm leaving out when it goes to branding, feel free to tell me. I have no problem with that. Because let's be honest, like I said, I'm still learning what branding myself. I still don't have specific stuff done myself. Let me go ahead and tell you. I still don't have new emotes yet because I didn't think that I would be transitioning and rebranding all over again. So knowing this, it's like, okay, I don't have my emotes now. I need to go and get some new ones. I need to go get new emotes. I need to go get sub badges. I need to go do this. I need to go do that. That's what people mean when they're like, yo, when you do stuff like this, it's going to take a bit of a toll on your wallet. And they're not lying. It really is. I'm not done yet still, apparently, with my stream setup. But when I am done, I can't wait to get to the art. The emotes and stuff. Gee, good lord. 100 and 500 at range? Minimum for the high quality ones. 2D Lava is more expensive than, say, a 3D model because hand drawing versus 3D modeling. Sheesh. Well, part of me makes it not surprising for me because of the fact that when you are doing 2D, 3D shit, it's almost like that takes the whole day out of them just to do that. So it doesn't really surprise me all that much to see that it costs that much. I mean, look, y'all see how much it really, y'all can get an idea of how much it would cost for me to get some simple commission artwork done. So knowing that, take into consideration with VTubing, yeah, I understand. That shit is not easy. Not easy to put up some money with, but yeah, more than a day, more like weeks to months because of finite details. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So I believe it. I believe you. I believe you for sure. But yeah, this is just like as an example to show y'all like stuff like this. You will need some good stuff like this if you're really trying to take it truly serious. I'll have to learn how to rig it once I finish drawing mine. Yeah, good luck if you can, Marasa, because my goodness, it ain't fucking easy to have some stuff like that in mind. Now, I don't see where mine is. Rip. Because I swear I thought I gave him a review. But yeah, this is the one that I got. This is the one that I got from. This is the one that me and Stormy got from this same guy. So, yeah, he did a very, very good job on these. I'll just show you with one of them. See, that's the one that I got currently. Let me go ahead and show you for, prime example. See, just as an example. But yeah, you guys can see it all for yourself. Stuff like this is not bad. If any of you guys need to go to Fiverr, if any of you guys want to go to Fiverr and get some stuff like this, don't ever hesitate to let me know. In fact, I'll go ahead and put them in the streamer tips section on the Guilded server so that you guys can see the stuff that I ordered from, and you guys will, put it into consideration yourself. The stingers, I got stingers from this dude, but I'm thinking about getting a new stinger. Because while I like the stinger that he did for me, and the stinger he did for me was $10, not bad. I'm gonna look to get I'm gonna look to get something different. So, yeah. So all I really have to make myself is attack on the tail. Yeah. You told me about that. You told me about that. When it goes to V-Roid things, it definitely do look interesting. I'm gonna see if I don't think mine's up here. Yeah, because he gets a lot of commissions. So yeah, let me show you the transition ones. Yeah. Sorry, one of the commission ones right there. But there you go. Next thing I want to talk about, I just need a name note. Choco, if you need help with a name, look, that's what we're here for. But what I would say that would help with a name is you really take a good look at your character, and in a way you take a look at yourself, and then it helps you realize, okay, this is what I like, this is what I really, really like with my characters, and this is what I really, really like with what they are. So knowing that, let's come up with some names that relate to what I like and relate to what they are. That's what really for me came down with the decision to start calling myself, okay, Raiden the Phantom. Because, Raiden, I like lightning. Raiden, all around here, I like lightning. And, of course, the Phantoms is us. Plain and simple. So, there you go. That, for me, made it a little bit more of an easier kind of thing. Because I know for everyone it's not going to be that easy. But that was what came to the decision to be like, all right, let's really, really start to take this into the next level. But, there's one more thing I want to talk about for now. It's still streaming related. Let's talk about protecting your streams. Now, Marasa brought this up a couple of days ago. And I know that for any first-time viewers that are coming in here through Twitch, you're probably going to get this little message that'll tell you that you need to verify your phone number or email address in order to chat with this person. There's a reason why I have it like that. Now, I don't know what has been going on with the hotspots. I don't know if they've stopped entirely. I don't know if it's still going. I have absolutely no idea. Okay? I really don't. But until we get a full, clear point of view that these guys are gone, these bots are gone, these bots are done with permanently, I need to have stuff like this up. And it's really a shame because, like what Marasa said, which I agree with her 100% with, is when you have stuff like this that blocks the way of you having to commentate and interact with a streamer, it turns them away. It turns them off. Which I completely understand and I get, because this is like the case with, follower only mode or subscriber only mode. Nobody likes subscriber or follower only mode because those follow essentially the same principles. Those are practically the same principles with this. So I understand, but my thing is, this is my question for you guys. When is it okay to unlift, like, to check all that stuff off? When is it really okay? Because I would hate for one day where people say, well, one or two particular person would say, oh, okay, these bots are over, they're done with, they're not going to get you anymore. The next thing you know is someone actually does listen to them, and they actually uncheck it and to find out the bots are still going. I'd hate for some shit like that to happen. And I hate that it's coming to this. I mean, the only way you can really avoid this is if you sat up there and you did a multi-stream. You sit up there, you multi-stream, and it'd be like this. Once you know they exist, they won't go away. Yeah, basically. But that's essentially what I'm talking about, Marasa. Marasa, that's essentially what I'm talking about. Excuse me, and it's why I don't blame you. It's like, look, I'd rather be, if anything, I am in your position right now, whereas I don't have to worry about this issue with other areas. I could just multi-stream there and call it a day. So, yeah, that's really one of very few options you got. Now, it's either that or, it's really just that. It's really just that, which is all I can really think of for how to really not block your people from talking with you or even with your community. And I hate that something like this is really around. I really do hate it. I really wish it wasn't around, but look, until this shit is over and done with, I have to keep this up there. I hate that I have to do this. For my own protection. And I'm sure a lot of people will probably have the same thing checked on for their own protection. That way they don't get hit with all this. Because, to be honest, it's like it'd be wrong of me to tell all of you guys, the mods. It'd be wrong for me to tell you guys, the mods, to be like, yo, ban these 500 bots that are coming in and just straight hate rating my shit. I'd rather not have that. But that's why I got at Twitch for as long as I did. And it wasn't my voice. It was a lot of people's voices. And I'm happy that our voices was heard. So, yeah, I hate that option. Don't get me wrong, Marasa. I really don't like it. But I feel like it's either this or I just do a multi-stream. Which, again, like I said, I'm already doing in a way. So, from that point, I hope that helps with a little bit of our situation when it goes to that. There was a mod for a different channel that did that at the behest of the streamer. They stayed up till 2 a.m. banning bots. That's what I mean, Choco. I don't want you guys to go through that. I don't want to have to put anybody through that if I can help it. Why is Mixer still around here? I don't want to put any of y'all through that if I can help it. And to do that, it's a bit much. You know what I mean? By the way, you still have, yeah, you look at this. You have people like this that's really out here on Fiverr trying to do stuff like this. This right here, I'm gonna tell you this right now, real quick. While I'm still here, while we're still on Fiverr, I'm gonna tell you specific stuff to avoid. Avoid this. Completely avoid this. Let me see what this is. I'd avoid this too, because this is the thing with Fiverr. While I love Fiverr to death, there will be sellers that are out here trying to just make a quick buck, and the quality don't look as good. So that's why it's like, if I was in your position, unless y'all feel like y'all got money to burn, avoid it at all costs. Avoid these stuff. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, these animations do look pretty damn solid, but it's not like I can't get something else for cheap that don't do the same thing or don't do a similar thing. And this is more like stuff that would be esports like, the way how I see it. But yeah, if you're gonna go $60 for that, I hope you definitely get a very, very good one. That's worth the money. Because I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, okay, this is where he told me to go to. You know, you cost this such and such. I mean, yeah, money. Yeah, it's gonna cost you a bit to get stuff like this, but I don't want you getting ripped off. I'm just showing you others, because, yeah, you see them for yourself. These these also look pretty cool, and this is for like $15, I think. I think this is for $15. This is not talking about taxes too, by the way, people, because taxes for me, I had to find that out a little bit the hard way. Because of the $2-3 taxes that I got hit with, it was like $21, $22 around that, or probably that's what I think it was. But yeah, that's essentially it. Yeah, $15 for this one. That's not bad for 15. I saw some pretty damn cool. I saw some pretty damn good ones for 15. But yeah, other than that, that's it. That's all I can really talk with for you guys today. Thank you guys coming by for episode 17 of the Lightning Round. So let's take a look at who is streaming for today. I'm gonna also give you guys I'm also gonna give you guys the schedule of the week. Just give me a minute. Let me see who is streaming. Dom the Kid is streaming. Hey, he's also doing some chatting. So yeah, if you guys want to continue on with some chatting, we gonna go right to Dom the Kid. So before we do, I have his name down here. Before we do, let's take a look at our schedule throughout the rest of this week. So yeah, this is the schedule throughout the rest of the week. Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be playing more Sly Cooper 1. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna be doing movie night along with 8:30 p.m. Wrestling night on Thursday. Friday at 4:30 p.m. we will finally start on another Yakuza game. It will be Yakuza Kiwami. And Saturday, I'm off. Do we call you Raiden or Pooh? It doesn't matter to me. Here's the deal, Choco. It relates to my character, which I'm about to get to in a minute, because we're going to get to the ending soon screen right about now. So basically, here's how it is, Choco. You can still call me Pooh. It doesn't matter to me. And the reason why for that is because you see the lightning and stuff that's all around my character. You said it yourself. Raiden means thunder and lightning in a way. And of course, my character uses lightning powers. And so still call me Pooh. It doesn't matter. Really, I just wanted the name to relate more so to my character, not more so when it goes to about me. And that's what really came to mind. Now, I will have that on the About page So then that way people couldn't understand, be like, yo, you could call me either Raiden or Pooh or Chris. It doesn't matter to me. A name is a name. But yeah, till then, guys, we're going to go ahead and raid Dom the Kid. Every second, every minute, and every hour you guys film with me is every second, every minute, and every hour I am blessed and thankful for. Till then, you guys give Dom a good hello. Show him some love. Tell him Phantom Raid by the time you guys get in his channel. We're going to go and vibe with him and see what's up with Dom the Kid. Later.
Going to discuss that topic out loud. Folks be talking. Woo! Raiding the Phantoms. Actually like that name. I actually like that name. That's actually a real dope name. The Phantoms is raiding. The Phantoms is raiding the motherfucking Goombas out here. You feels me? Do you feel me up in this bitch? Yo, raiding Phantoms. It's a Phantom raid. It definitely is a Phantom raid up in this bitch. What is going on with your Phantom? I was about to say Raiden, but your name is Raiden. Oh, it's the Pooh. It's the spectacular Pooh. That's why